What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Sunday night stream on Kirby's Barbecue. Hope everyone's doing good this evening. We're just coming off of our grand opening weekend, and it was a great weekend. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So, we're going to have Greg from Brisket Alley Barbecue on a little bit later. He flew back into Sacramento last night, and a big shout out to TJ from New Orleans. He's driving back down there currently. Both of them spent the entire week with me, helped me get started prepping, and helped me with service throughout the entire week, helped figure out some issues we were having at the restaurant, and all kinds of stuff. So I can't thank either one of them, either one of them, any more than I already have, man. They were awesome, and I really, really appreciate TJ and Greg's help this week. They really made the week very special, and definitely have a lot of good memories. And I know they're taking back some good information and some good memories back home. And super, super, super happy and blessed to have had those two guys at my grand opening. So thank you guys. So congrats on the grand opening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How's the 250-gallon treating you? Very well. I'm very happy with 250-gallon smoker pit. Very happy with it. Um, can really cook even more proteins than I'm currently needing at the moment. And we had Paul for PRM at the grand opening on Saturday. He brought his 250 on a trailer, their Overlander package with the off-road tires, and it was a great time. It was a great time. Lots of existing customers that have been loyal with us from day one. So thank you very much to all of you guys who came out. And then also, we got to meet a lot of new faces. And we actually had two or three people from the YouTube channel, two or three subscribers from the channel who came to visit us. Shout out to El Barrio Cookers out of Humble, Texas. He came out, which was super cool that we got to meet him. He was there on Saturday, so he met Paul. He was looking into getting the smoker from PRM Barbecue Co. And then El Barrio Cookers got to meet Greg from Brisket Daddy Barbecue, who we're going to bring on here momentarily. And he also got to meet TJ, so that was really, really cool. And then we had another young guy who watches the channel, and he came by as well, I believe, on Friday, and that was super cool. So yeah, it was just a really, really great weekend all the way around. Chinook Barbecue, what's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. I know we've been talking back and forth on Instagram. I need to send you my contact information, man, so that we can talk and see how I can help you in your business. We will definitely connect, my friend, here this week. Reach out to me. We need to talk. Amy says, "Hey, Sean, jump on for TJ. Congrats on the successful grand opening. TJ was so happy to be there and enjoyed the time and knowledge." Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for the comment, Amy. It was good speaking with you on the phone. Hopefully, we get to meet you very soon. TJ was very big help this weekend. Could not have got through the weekend as stress free without him, from the electrical issues we were having to the plumbing issues we were having, to just manning the pits and helping out in the kitchen. He pretty much ran the cutting board all day today. He kind of gave me a break on the cutting board today. I was able to go out and really just talk to the guests, talk to friends and family who showed up, and really do that kind of thing, because he was rocking it on the cutting board today. So that was a big help. And that's TJ from Zoomies Barbecue. If you're not following him on Instagram, go follow Zoomies Barbecue on Instagram. Uh, where's Greg at? Where's Brisket Daddy Barbecue at? He'll be coming on here shortly. He'll be coming on here shortly. Yeah, Chinook, no problem, man. I know you got in at the barbecue business coaching level. I want to make sure you get your money's worth. So we need to connect, man. We need to connect and talk. Um, Brisket Daddy Barbecue.
What's going
What's
on?
going on?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. How you doing this evening, man?
Oh man, I'm a little worn out, but I'm happy. We got a little bit of echo on your end.
Yep, I don't have my headphones in. Let me grab my headphones. Is that all right?
No problem. Yeah, no problem, no problem. But yeah, no, I'm a little tired. It was a long weekend, but blessed, not stressed. It was a good weekend. Lots of happy customers, lots of great memories and experiences this weekend, and we got to regroup, recoup, make some changes. That's the other great thing about having other barbecue guys from other places in your kitchen and helping you out, seeing your processes, your systems, and seeing how they can be improved. Um, and we did that. It was fantastic to be able to do that. So yeah, I see it's very sunny and beautiful looking in Sacramento today over there. We're getting a little bit of rain. We got a little bit of rain a couple minutes ago. It's looking like it wants to start raining again, but it's nice and humid out here, but not too hot today. So that's nice. But as always, guys, you can leave your questions in the comment section. Really, the point of the live stream tonight is going to be really just discussing the grand opening weekend, how it went, and we're going to be asking Brisket Daddy Barbecue some questions on how the weekend went, what his experience was like here in Texas, and things like that. And obviously, as always, answer any questions that you guys have, of course. But Brisket Daddy, you made it back to Sacramento last night, man. How you feeling? You a little jet lagged, or you good?
I'm jet lagged. I was jet lagged all week long. I think you got the photos to prove that, right?
I do, I do. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up too.
Yeah, yeah. This man wore me out. I wore my own self out. I hit the ground. I hit the ground running, and I didn't stop until I got back on the plane.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of that, I got I got to show some photo evidence. I got some incriminating evidence here. So, all right, let's check this out. We got me and Paul from PRM Barbecue Co. Shout out to him. He came out this weekend. It was an awesome experience having him out there. My parents made a little promo video,
Yeah,
which was
they
cool.
did. That was really cool.
We met El Barrio Cookers, man, from right around the corner in Humble, Texas. You got to meet El Barrio Cookers, right?
I did. I did get to meet him. Yes, he was a very nice guy. Very nice guy.
Very nice guy. Um, oh, there he is, working hard. Hold on. We got to go back. That wasn't long enough. We got to leave that on screen for a minute. So, so Greg, please explain to the audience what's going on here, man.
Well, it was 120 degrees, and the heat was just draining all the energy out of my body here. And it just seems like I just could not get enough sleep. I couldn't catch up. Waking up every morning. I had to wake Sean up a couple times. Hey, come on, man, let's get
Get
going.
out
We
of
got to get
here.
these. We got to get these briskets on, man. I'm supposed to leave the house at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is 5 o'clock your time is what 2 o'clock, three
Uh-huh.
o'clock my time. So I got up at 3 o'clock every morning, and then didn't hit the
Yeah,
sack until pretty late.
yeah.
Yep.
So let's tell the people the truth, though. I was waking you up.
Yeah, he
You
did.
know,
He had to wake me up one good time.
yeah. But
That's
I told everybody before you came on. I said, I really wanted to thank you and TJ for coming out all week. Most people would have came out for a day or maybe two and then took it back to the house. But you guys got here early in the week and really were a critical part of not only the preparation but the unexpected things that came up during the week, which always come up during a grand opening week, as well as service and getting set up. So I just want to say publicly, man, even though you're sleeping here, even though Brisket Daddy's sleeping in this picture, it was a huge help. It was a huge. You were a huge help, bro. So I appreciate it a
man.
lot. I
Yeah,
want you to know that.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I find myself as a helper, as a server. And I just wish I had, well, first off, I wish I had someone like myself duplicated, 4 or 5 times, because then we can get, what we need to get done. But I wanted to be there to support you, Sean, and whatever was needed, to be able to do things that I know that just needed to be done without having to be told or asked to be done. When I go out and do my pop-ups, even though I've got 4 people living in my home, it feels like I'm by myself. Getting to the kitchen, prepping on my sides, managing all my proteins, cooking, getting out extra early, setting up. It's just a lot for one person. And I know that feeling. And I didn't want you to have to feel any of that this weekend. So that was my goal. That and then just to simply learn to be able to touch this new smoker, and then just meet you, and capture more of what the benefits of my membership, including my pound of brisket. Um, yeah, it was definitely a great experience, and I'm glad I was able to help you out, and that it was a benefit to you.
Yeah, and you definitely got your fair share of brisket this weekend,
Definitely, definitely.
for sure,
The
man.
it's the turkey I'm coming for next, though.
Yeah, the turkey's legit.
The turkey is legit.
Is legit. Absolutely.
But
Social
big
Reloader said total
Go ahead.
success. Congratulations. I appreciate it. Thank you, Social Reloader. I appreciate that. TJ chimed in and said it was not 120 degrees. He's calling you out, Greg.
It felt like it. It felt like it was super humid. I don't know what the humidity level was. That was probably 100,
83. It's about 83
83.
to 85% humidity. Yep.
Okay. Um,
Yep.
more importantly than me, I think TJ deserves like the biggest shout out of them all. This guy was in the trenches. He was sweating it out, taking care of some major issues that arose. And I think if it wasn't for TJ, and myself keeping Sean calm, and working with the landlord to get through some critical infrastructure issues, it would have been a very challenging weekend. Very challenging weekend. So my hat goes off to TJ big time.
For sure. Now, tell the people about my sauna that I call the kitchen.
Oh god, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was the 120 degrees, and 100% humidity, definitely in the kitchen. The
Yeah.
kitchen is probably, I would say, 15 by 15 or 20 by 15. And you've got a food warmer keeping briskets warm. You've got a hot holding pan. You've got constant eyes on the stove, at least pilot lights. And I would say about 80% of the time, an eye is lit, right? And then you've got the beating sun coming down on the building. So the air conditioner is a little under, what's the word we're under?
Underwhelming.
Underwhelming. Yeah,
Underwhelming.
it's overwhelmed.
Underperforming.
It's underperforming, right? So, think TJ is going to be head back down and knock a hole in the wall because that's what he's good for, and get it
Yeah.
in there, get it
Yeah.
in
No
there.
kidding.
Yeah, that kitchen is no joke. You get in, do what you got to do. You get to your battle station, get the work done, and you get out.
Yes. Yes. Luckily, yesterday we sold out by 1:30,
Oh, good.
and
Oh, yesterday.
and
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, we did.
yeah, yep, yep, we sold out
I was
by
thinking
1:30,
today.
and then
Uh huh.
today we sold out at 1:55.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so 2 days sold out before 2 p.m. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, TJ. Yeah, you're very much
TJ
welcome.
said Dave was a superhero, and thank you, Greg. Yep,
Yep.
yep.
You're
And Dave
welcome.
doesn't like the spotlight, but he's the landlord and the maintenance guy, and
Yeah. Yeah.
he's been very helpful.
Yeah. Hats off to Dave. It's
He built the
he,
smoke shack all
he
by
built the
himself, man.
smoke shack. He repaired some items that he got himself into, and like I was telling Sean, sometimes we have to kind of meet people where they are and thank them, and then continue to keep encouraging them, because you definitely don't want your workers um feeling down and out, or like they can't perform or complete an assignment, it is rough. It is rough working with some older, I would say seasoned saints, but like I was telling them, the work, it got done, and
Yep,
just right in the nick of time.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Dave is 72 years old,
yeah.
still pushing
He's
and,
still
and
pushing.
getting
I couldn't
shit
believe
done,
it. Yeah, he was
working
still
harder
doing
than
it.
most of us.
Right, right, right.
Your average logical thinker, what's going on? She says, "Hey, Kirby and Brisket Daddy.
Oh, what's going on,
Hey,
mommy?
hey, happy to hear from you today. We had a wonderful grand opening weekend. We would have loved to have you there,
Yeah, I was
but
definitely looking.
we'll catch you next time."
Definitely
You said
looking.
what, Greg?
Yeah, I
You
was
said
definitely.
what?
Yeah, I thought she was gonna come through and celebrate, man. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
another really cool thing that happened this past weekend was the remembrance of Sean's grandfather Kirby, who I believe is was it a birthday
So yeah,
or
so
yeah, it was his birthday on
Friday, no,
Friday.
Friday was the 9 year anniversary of his passing.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. 9 year
Yep,
anniversary of his passing, and just got to take a little bit of time out and just remember him, and yeah, seen the book on the table of all the competitions and events that he was cooking at.
yeah,
It was a really exciting to be able to open up Kirby's barbecue at the grand opening on the same weekend as the
mm,
7 year anniversary of your grandfather's passing. It was really cool, and to see all your family come out and support and not just ask for free food,
yeah,
but to pay for
yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. No, no, family was definitely out in full force, and
Yeah.
it was really special. You know, he passed away in 2016, so 9 years
Mhm.
ago, and his it was like a hole in the family. He was kind of the patriarch of the family.
Okay.
He was the one who kind of kept everyone together. You know, if there was a family gathering, um, people came, aunts, uncles, cousins, distant relatives. They came because he organized it and brought everyone together, and that was something that was lost after he passed away. People kind of separated and got a little bit distant, didn't come around as often. And this weekend was really special for the entire family because it was an opportunity for everyone to get together, kind of in remembrance of him and celebrate around good food, which he loved to do. And it felt special. It felt like, I don't want to go as far as saying I'm taking over that role, but it was cool to be able to throw on an event that brought everybody together in a way I haven't
Mhm.
seen in a while.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. It was exciting to see all the family come out, all your customers, repeat customers, new customers. You've got great customer service, a great smile. Your family, your wife was beautiful and in the trenches with you. And I think that's what people like to see when they come to, a spot like yours. They want to get that porch feel. You know,
yeah.
it's right off the freeway, and the best food comes out of spots like yours.
Yeah, yeah. I actually,
Definitely.
speaking of that, I want to read a review that we got that I actually sent you guys. I thought it was such a good review, and it really, I don't know, it really this weekend was I'll be honest, last weekend was a little rough. Last weekend was a little rough, and not that I was having doubts, but everybody has that, second guessing of is what I'm doing the right thing. And this weekend was a good reminder. Not only did all the family come out, but the community came out in force, and we really, really, I think, did a good service for the community this weekend. I mean, we could definitely speak to that after I read this review, but people were coming out. People were happy, man. They were
Mhm.
happy.
They were.
Um,
They
but
were.
I'm gonna read this review. I'll omit the name. But he said, really good barbecue at this joint. I'd go back for sure. It's the feel of an old school barbecue joint off the side of the road. It's everything you'd expect from Texas barbecue, salt and pepper forward, just the right amount of smoke. I had brisket, ribs, and sausage. Was pleased with all three. Talked briefly with Sean, who clearly takes pride in his trade. Really friendly guy that made you feel welcome and as if he was honored for me to stop by. The rest of the staff were super friendly and the ordering process was efficient. Seating is outdoors on some cozy picnic tables. Again, just how you would imagine a roadside barbecue would be. I'll definitely hit this place again. Great job, Sean.
Great
So
review.
that yeah, that was really we have great reviews, but that one I don't know. It just it felt different because that's the way he described it. And I don't know this guy. He was a first time customer. Um, but the way he described it is exactly the feeling that I want people to get when they come through. And so that was real cool. That was real cool. I'm gonna catch up on these chats real quick. Thomas Ramey said he tried starting a sausage egg biscuit business to sell at convenience stores. Every store I contacted wanted to buy it. USDA shut me down before I got started. I couldn't afford the equipment in the 1980s. Also says congrats on success in the business. I appreciate it, Thomas. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Greg, let's take it back, man. Let's take it back to when you first got into town. Tell us a little bit about, I know we talked on the live we did earlier in the week about Truth Barbecue, right? But how would you describe your entire experience the whole week, man? Like, what I know you've had a little bit of time to get back and digest a bit, but kind of talk about the experience you had down here in Texas and with the restaurant and all that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. First off, the travel day was one of the worst travel days of my entire life. I've traveled for over 20 years, and I think I was delayed out of the gate by a few hours and had a whole row to myself. So I took a nap, and I think my wallet, not I think my wallet slipped out of my pocket. And luckily, I had an air tag in there. Came back to the plane and found that my wallet had been vandalized. So I, lost a couple $100 in cash and some credit cards, and then got to a new plane because obviously I missed my connecting flight, and then sat on the tarmac for 2 hours at the connecting flight. Trying to come and see you. But I made it in Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, actually, right? Wednesday afternoon,
Yep.
got picked up, and we went straight to Truth Barbecue, and wanted to be able to, try out a restaurant that was, that made the list. And this one, Truth Barbecue, was number 10 on the list,
Number
and
nine. Number nine.
oh, they were number 9 on the list.
Number nine. Yep.
Yeah, and they did not disappoint. It was a great experience. The food was really good. The trim on the brisket, we just kept saying, wow, 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 wow. The trim on the
Yeah.
brisket was awesome. And there was a little bit of hint of something on that smoke, on that fat that we just couldn't put our tongue on it or our finger on it to figure out exactly what it was. But it had really good food. We got the brisket. I think we got almost like a Trinity plate.
Yep.
We got brisket, sausage, and ribs. Brisket,
Yep.
sausage, and ribs. The best thing on the menu that we did have were the Brussels sprouts. Those were very
Phenomenal.
good, phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So the Brussels sprouts. It's funny because I used to make Brussels sprouts like this for a previous restaurant concept, but basically you chop them in half, cut off the stem, chop them in half, and then you toss them in olive oil, salt, and pepper, bake them in the oven, pull them out, throw them in the walk-in, and then you flash fry them to order and toss them with like a sweet vinaigrette sauce. And man, and they're crispy, they're light, they're crispy, flavorful, phenomenal side. Truth Barbecue did it right with the Brussels sprouts for sure.
yeah, yeah. They did, and I think they had two different type of sausages. They had their house garlic
Yep,
sausage, and then they had their cheese jalapeno.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
Good evening, Fat Man Barbecue.
Oh, what's going on, man? What's going on, fat man? Good to see you
And
tonight.
then, so that was Wednesday, and then we roll into Thursday, and Thursday's our heavy prep day.
Yep.
Talk about
Yep.
that.
Yeah, Thursday I learned how to make sausages. Oh, did we do that on Wednesday though? I believe that we did the sausage on
We
Wednesday.
came
If I,
back.
we
Yeah, we
came
came
back, yeah.
back after Truth, and we knocked out sausage Wednesday night. So yeah,
Yep.
we can start there.
Yeah, yeah. I think TJ put on a clinic. TJ definitely put on a sausage clinic.
Yep.
And I'm glad I didn't buy any sausage making equipment until I met with Sean and TJ. TJ makes an awesome sausage, jalapeno cheese, and his process of spinning each every other sausage clockwise, it works great. I now know what to do to at least get a base of some sausages, and I really appreciate you guys for that. Thursday morning was an early morning. I think that's the only day that we got into the office a little late. And it showed because we didn't get to leave until what 7 o'clock on Thursday, I believe,
Uh, if not later.
if not later.
If not later. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Thursday is always a heavy prep day, and we're smoking briskets for Friday.
yeah.
And so when you get in late and you got a 12-hour cook on briskets, sometimes, and it was even a little bit longer than
It's
12 hours, I
14.
think,
Yeah,
14 hours on the brisket because we were still trying to learn the smokers.
I'm the smoker.
But we dialed it in.
Hmm.
After that, we dialed it in the next couple days.
Yeah, we
So,
did. We did, and we got a really good solution moving forward. On on Thursday prep day, you guys, I'll say this. I shocked the hell out of Sean. He said, "Hey man, I want you to take this recipe book and I want you to make this barbecue sauce." So I started pulling out all my ingredients, had everything on the countertop, kept my station clean, and I think he wanted a 2 times or 3 time batch of the barbecue sauce. And I had one job and I did it. He kept looking at me at the corner of his eyes. He was
he
on me.
noticed. He noticed.
I could feel him on me, right? Because it's so challenging. You could tell somebody, hey, here's a menu or here's the ingredients, follow the ingredients and make this dish. And I would imagine, 4 out of 10 people are not going to be able to do it. They're just going to mess up. They're going to forget that they already put 1 teaspoon of something in or a half a cup of something already in, and then it's all bad from there, right? So, you know, you gotta have everything in front of you. You measure twice and cut once. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was very simple. I think once he knew that I could follow simple instructions, once he
Well, you
seen
are from California. We had to make sure, we had to make sure.
once
So
I was able to follow those simple instructions, I think he was like, "Oh, this guy's legit. He's good. I won't have to worry about him this week."
as long as it's not 120 degrees in the kitchen, right?
Right, right, right.
And just to clarify, he finished the barbecue sauce before he took a nap.
I did a whole lot of stuff before I took a nap.
Yes, yes,
But yeah, we did the corn. The
yep,
corn was a very interesting process to watch and see. Literally, it's popcorn. It's sitting over there popping all day long on the stove.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. I got to give a shout out, Thomas Remy. Thank you very much. $2 super chat. Thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Go ahead.
Yeah. So Thursday, what did we do? So Thursday, we made a lot of sides, barbecue sauce and sides. The corn. Got to meet your staff person who made the um potato
George
salad.
with the potato
George,
salad. Yeah,
yeah, George made the potato salad, and then I think I made the baked beans. Yeah, I followed those
yep,
well. Did the baked beans, and then TJ
yep.
did the corn. We got to bag up the sides of onions, jalapenos, and peppers. I mean, it's a really good flow. It's a really good flow. Um, one of my biggest takeaways are it's time for me to get a recipe book, right? Because I want to make sure that everything is consistently the same. I mean, my stuff is good, and but I want to make sure that it's if I have a large order of let's say 80 people, or 100 people, if my beans only call, is only a serving of 50, I want to be able to duplicate that 2 times and
Yeah.
be able to keep that same consistency, that same texture, that same taste. Because when I get to your level, people are going to be coming back looking for that consistency, looking for it to be the same.
Yep. Yep. And I would say when you get a good recipe, you know, stick with it. There's minor adjustments you're going to want to make here and there, but I would say, you know, you want feedback and you want constructive criticism. But one thing that I took away from the weekend is that um, you have to listen to your customers. Do what's right for your business, but you got to listen to the majority of your customers. You can't allow one customer to dictate your entire menu because they're just one customer. They're not going to keep your business afloat, no matter who they are. It's the people who are coming back weekly, and if they like an item, then they want to come back, like you said, for that item the way you made it before. Um, so for me, it's not taking a single opinion too heavily and really listening to the masses because everyone has different tastes, and if you try to change a recipe every time you get a negative comment, then you're going to have a different recipe every week, and it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Thomas Ramey said that was his first super chat ever. So you meant to make it 20. Is that what you said? Just messing with you. Well, we appreciate it. Your first
Yeah,
super chat, that means the world. That means we're putting out some good stuff.
thank you,
He said, "I
Thomas.
don't know how super chats works. Obviously,
Thomas,
hey,
do
you
you
got it
cook? Do you cook or do pop ups or anything yourself? If you put
yeah,
in the comments, what do you do? And do want to
for
involve
sure."
you a little bit more in this conversation for sure.
TJ
Um,
wants us to talk about the snacks, man. What's he talking about, Greg? Tell us what he's talking about, Greg.
oh my goodness, yeah, Greg
Oh,
likes to snack.
yeah, Greg does like the snack. It was Greg's first time going to HEB, the best grocery store in America, even though he said it was just a souped up Walmart. Us Texans know better. Us Texans know
I
HEB
believe
is the best.
TJ and myself agree that it is just a hyped up Walmart.
No, come on. I
And
need my Texans that are watching
I need
to
TJ
let
to put
these
that.
guys to
TJ,
let
put
these
that in the
guys
chat.
know
I need
in
your
the
help, bro.
chat. HEB best grocery store in America. Don't at me. We the best. But yeah, he basically bought out the whole store with the snacks.
Yeah,
The
yeah. I
man's
got some.
got the metabolism of a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I do. What was it? I got some avocados and cilantro and tomatoes, and whipped up some homemade guac and chips. Got some chips, a bunch of drinks. I was trying to get something on the menu while I was there, but this wasn't happening. Wasn't happening.
Yeah. You got some beef finger ribs.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. We got beef ribs.
All right.
I brought the brisket daddy experience to Texas and let these guys eat on some wagyu beef ribs, and man, they were tearing them up. I was ready to, I was ready to open up shop right there next to him. Tell you the truth, I was. When you done over there, come
Yeah.
over here and get you some beef ribs, some real California barbecue.
Thomas says when you quit learning, you'll probably quit earning. Yep, that's a fact.
Oh, that's a
That's a
fact.
fact. TJ agrees with you on HEB, but TJ's wrong. Chinook barbecue, he knows what's up. You said LOL. Even Minnesota will say HEB is best. That's right. That's right. Tell them again, Chinook. Tell them
Yeah,
again.
I like that. I like that HEB strong, super strong, heavy duty grilling foil. That was nice though. I'll give it to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I'll give
yeah,
that to
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that HEB extra heavy duty aluminum foil is very good. Very, very good.
And they had the
Um,
16 mesh black pepper, which we don't have in our stores out here. So
that's right.
I guess it's got, yeah. Yeah. If
You gotta
somebody put
admit,
in the, go ahead.
I was gonna say you gotta admit the meat selection at the HEB is pretty darn good, man.
It was good. It was good.
I mean, they have pretty much any protein you could imagine there. and different grades of brisket choices, right? From your prime to your choice to your
They
select
did, and they even had
to the
Wagyu.
wagyu, and they
Yeah,
even
I've
have
never seen
wagyu.
that.
Yep, and they have the whole turkey breast too, which is really hard to find in grocery stores. I haven't found any grocery stores here in Texas that have the turkey breast,
Hmm.
except for HEB. So whenever I run out of turkey breasts and I need one, and I can't place a whole order to be delivered, I just run to HEB and get them, and it comes in clutch. Comes
So
in clutch.
what it looked like to me is that a person that has the access to HEB can start their own pop up and restaurant business by just the products that they had available for you. Um, yeah, to do your pop ups. HEB
Yeah,
is legit.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm looking for somebody to put into the comments in regards to this 16 mesh black pepper because I don't have this out here in my grocery stores. And so, what's a good online place and price point for a nice quantity of 16 mesh black pepper? Because I don't have that out here and I'm looking for that.
Yeah, yeah, and I've got 2 things on that topic, actually. The first thing is, guys, if you see an extra black bark on Brisket Daddy Barbecue's brisket in the next week or so, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or the next month, understand he didn't work for that bark, okay? This man bought the hardcore carnivore black seasoning, the activated charcoal from HEB. So if his brisket looks extra crispy, extra black, he cheated.
Hey,
You know he cheated.
you had a customer come in. Sean had a customer come in and show him a picture of his first brisket that he ever cooked.
Yeah,
And bruh, he put us both to shame
it was
on
fire.
for his first brisket.
It was fire, bro. His bark was incredible, but he did use the hardcore
He did
carnivore.
use the
So
hardcore
it's kind of
carnivore.
cheating. It's kind of cheating. But for your first brisket, I mean, I wouldn't have I would have never been able to tell it was his
Yeah,
first brisket.
yeah. I was gonna grab the
So
bottle and bring it over here during this live stream, but I was like, nah, not gonna expose the man like that.
yeah.
The other bottle opened up in my suitcase. I lost about a quarter of seasoning in my suitcase. I opened it up this morning and I had seasoning everywhere.
Oh
I
no.
mean, it was like sand just
Yeah.
everywhere. I mean, my clothes tasted good, but
So TJ and I, this morning, I was putting together my Cisco order for next week, and we actually purchased um, 15 pounds of coarse ground pepper.
oh,
It
what's
is
up
a
with that?
12 to 14. It's a 12 to 14 mesh black pepper, so it's slightly bigger than the 16 mesh. Okay.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, it goes backwards.
the small.
It,
Okay,
it it has to do with how it's ground. I don't know the exact particulars. Like I don't know how to describe it, but it's basically it's saying how much of those peppers can go through the little holes in your, when you're seasoning. Anyway, so we purchased that, and I'm gonna try that out on the briskets next weekend because the thing is that 16 mesh comes in a 1 pound shaker from HEB, and it's 10.98. So we're paying 10.98 a pound for it. Whereas at Cisco, I can get the coarse grind, comes in a case of three 5 pound containers. Okay. So 15 pounds total for 87 bucks. So it breaks down to like $5 and something cents, $5 a pound. So that is half the cost of what I was spending on the 16 mesh from HEB. So, doing all those briskets, I'm going through a lot of black pepper. It's the most used seasoning in my kitchen, right? And so, it being the most used seasoning, it's a good part of my food cost, right? And so, I was able to assuming this works out well on the briskets, I'll be able to cut my seasoning cost on that down by 47%, according to ChatGPT.
mhm.
So, I mean, you know, business decisions, business decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold off then, right? Is there anything on the chat by any chance on that, on where to get it online at a good price? But so I mean, because I was using coarse pepper, but you
Yeah,
were you know suggesting maybe not to do that route, or at least that's what you use the 16 mesh. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm going to be interested to see how that works out for you.
yeah. Because 16 mesh, everybody online, all the YouTube barbecue people, and even the barbecue restaurants, they always preach using 16 mesh black pepper. And I've been using it for a very long time, and I like it. It's a good product, but at the same time, we got to make business decisions, right? Now, something that TJ mentioned earlier this morning when I ordered it is he said, "Hey, you can get a 16 mesh, a sheet of 16. It's like I believe it's like a metal sheet. It's either metal or I don't know exactly what it is. But it's a 16 mesh basically sheet that you can put over like a bowl, and you can dump that coarse grind pepper on top of it, and the only thing that's going to come out is the 16 mesh, right? So you can break down that coarse grind essentially to make it 16 mesh without paying the price of the 16 mesh.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. Um, and we'll go from there. But hopefully it turns out well because it's a huge cost savings. I would say for anyone who's barbecuing in their backyard, and you're not making, 9 to 15 briskets a weekend, I would just buy that 16 mesh from HEB. It's a great product. It's gonna come out perfect for your bark on your brisket. But for
Hmm.
someone like myself who is ordering a lot of black pepper, we got to worry about cost on that. Vic's Cooler Chicken Barbecue. So what's up, folks? What's up, Vic's? He says, "Do you have a restaurant depot?" I do have a restaurant depot. I've never been, but I do have one here for sure. I think Greg, you have restaurant depot there as well, right?
Right. And I've been just once just to peruse around and see what they had and how it was. It was great. It's just a really big food restaurant. It's almost like you know, my home, their refrigerator space is as large as the Home Depot.
Yeah.
Right. It's just massive.
Okay. Okay. Now, Greg, let's transition to the weekend, man. Talk to us Friday. You were there Friday and Saturday. Talk to us about service, the flow of customers, the atmosphere, all that good stuff, man. I always like to say that the place looks pretty dead during the week while we're prepping and stuff, but then we try to spruce it up and make it look popping on the weekends. So, kind of talk to us about that.
Yeah, definitely. It's really slow during the week. Well, that's a Monday through Thursday, and then early Friday morning again. Meats on the smoker, proteins on the smoker. Start taking things out and getting things warmed up. Um, cutting boards, cutting board scraper, knives, bags, everything. I like the way the kitchen was set up to where where prep is done, cooking is done. Now it's time to make this money and get these orders out as fast as possible. Um, um, I kind of describe it as a battle station. Sean's, in front of the table there, next to the meat warmer, to be able to grab whatever proteins he needs. His wife is there in her battle station next to the fridge in the window, being able to ready to get those sides and get them in the bag. And then the young lady out front, Savannah, being able to take those orders and pass that paper through the window. I think order time, you know, 4 minutes, maybe, 3 to 4 minutes. It really doesn't take long. Things are sized up. Potato salad and a few items are already in the refrigerator, boxed up and ready to go. I think the only thing that's not is like the beans and the corn. Is the elote?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, the corn elote. I mean, a sandwich, I think maybe took 2 minutes. 2 minutes to serve up a sandwich, and that's about the right time. I mean, yeah, by the time they've paid and take a step or two away, Sean's wrapping up, putting the top bun on that sandwich, and his wife is putting it in the bag, and they're passing that over with a smile. Samples are huge. The samples are what sells for sure. I think I told Sean, hey, let me get a sample of the turkey. Took it out to the lady. She had already ordered like a Trinity plate for one, and then when we gave her the turkey, the order instantly changed. It came back and she added a half pound of turkey, right?
Yeah.
So I found that to be very popular too. The sample does for sure sell your food. People want to know. We all do it. We go to the, I go to the buffet at the grocery store, and I'm like, hey, let me taste your chicken chow mein, or let me taste something. I want to make sure like my taste buds are feeling what I'm going to spend my hard-earned money on. And
Hmm.
so I think the sample is really crucial for us to remember as we're out doing our pop-ups and our restaurant deals. Get that customer the sample. It's not costing you any money. Literally, it's not costing you any money,
It's
right? Because
making you money.
it's making you money.
You got to think. I sell my sliced turkey at $30 a pound, and that sample, that little sliver of turkey, made us. We just added. She ordered an extra half a pound. We just added $15 to our ticket, to our average ticket right there.
Hmm.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal for your average order value.
yeah.
And then we were sampling the new chorizo quesadilla sausage
Oh yeah,
left and
forget
right,
about that. Yeah, we were.
and that sausage came out phenomenal.
It
Came
is
out
very good.
phenomenal,
It
and
is
I
good.
know it was. I knew it was good when TJ asked me for the recipe. I was like, all right, if TJ asked me for a sausage recipe, it must be good.
Yeah,
TJ
because
sausages were on point.
TJ sausages are on point. So if he was asking for that recipe, yeah, that chorizo cheddar
Quesadilla, quesadilla,
chorizo quesadilla. It was
yeah.
good. It was very good. Um, he sells a lot of those Trinity plates. He sells plates. That's what he does. You're good at selling
Hold
those
on,
plates.
hold on. We got another super chat from Thomas. $20 super chat. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. He said, try grilling your meat over a big pan of your barbecue beans. You'll love the beans. Okay. Okay. You try
Get
to
all the
get that
drippings
smoke
into the
flavor
beans.
and all the drippings. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I smoke my brisket chili. I
Uh-huh.
don't smoke the baked beans per se though,
Yeah.
but you
Okay.
could. You
Oh,
could.
yeah. And you put those brisket drippings in those beans. Give them a little bit more of that meaty flavor for sure. Add some
Yep.
beef tallow, maybe.
I I do that to the chili for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yep,
Well,
for
thank you,
sure.
Thomas. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
the super chat
Thank you
and the
so much.
comment and the advice. We're always open to suggestions for sure. Vix says, I know this is brisket land. I was trying to do a whole hog, but the price on it is crazy. Yeah, you got to have some volume to cook a whole hog, man. You got to have a lot of hungry people who are willing to pay for that.
It's a lot of meat. I
A
believe
lot of meat.
Truth Barbecue had 5 1,000-gallon smokers, and
Yep.
it's called an oiler. Is it an oiler smoker?
They had
So
one of those, and they had a
yeah,
whole hog cooker,
and then a whole hot cooker.
and they had a 6,000-gallon smoker on a trailer, as well. So they had it going on. They
They
had it
did.
going on.
They really did.
Um, Now, uh, Hojo Barbecue says, congrats on the grand opening. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Vic said, I'm in Spring, Texas. Just FYI. Oh, okay, you're right down the road, man. Where were you at this weekend, man? Brisket Daddy wanted to meet you, man.
Sure did. Sure did. Going back to that set on Thursday, um,
Yeah,
a good, just like you said, off the freeway, picnic tables, a little flour on the table, some paper towels, and barbecue sauce. Just really simple. Just good country living.
yeah,
Some good barbecue.
A
Salt,
good
pepper,
porch to
smoke.
take a nap on.
Yeah, a great porch to take a nap on. And
Awesome.
then he's offering free beers. You know, I don't think many people really took to that. I tried to give as many away as possible, but you know, it's a good little ad though. That's for sure. You know, if you're getting a sandwich and a side or something, I mean, it's a free drink right there to go. So I really love that concept. I like that. Um, and then you know, one of the highlights for me was that sweet tea. He makes that good old daily fresh sweet tea and regular tea with some good quality RO water. And yeah, yeah, it was nice large cup bags of ice, cold drinks. The process um, is streamlined. It looks like they've done this before. It looks like they know what they're doing, and it all works great. I mean, even the games, you know, even the games out on the deck. I think we had Connect Four and Uno and Dice. No, not Dice. What do you call that? Just all kind of board games and stuff, right? Checkers.
Yep.
It
Yep.
is great. I mean, people love to see that kind of stuff. It just makes it to where you can come and just enjoy yourself. You know,
Hmm.
this one customer, he stayed on the patio for almost an hour and a half, just hanging out. He ate and then just sat there. He loved it so much he actually called a friend. His friend came down, they ate, and they sat there for like an hour and a half and just talked afterwards. Great environment.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull up some pictures that our good friend Chris took. Give me a
What's going
moment
on,
here.
Tailgate 360 LLC? We see you. Thank you for joining in. We are doing great. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream.
Let's see here. We're going to see if I can share my screen.
Yep. If you guys missed the grand opening this weekend, we are going to go back at it again this coming weekend. We'll be open at Friday to Sunday. Come on down and get you some great barbecue for grand opening 2.0.
That's right. Can you see my screen?
We do see that.
Awesome. So we got a nice picture of the smoker, the new smoker with the nameplate. Ice cold beer, always free at Kirby's. Little glimpse at our menu here. And there you go. There's the
There
games
it
you
is.
were talking
There's the
about.
game board there. Yep.
So
Dominoes. That's what I was thinking. Dominoes.
we got the dominoes,
I
Connect
think
Four,
uh I think I
Sequence,
played a couple
Uno.
games of Sequence. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we try to, we're on a patio. We're not in a nice air conditioned dining room. So we try to make it, kind of like the review I read earlier. We try to make it a really good, just, if you were invited to a backyard barbecue, they would have dominoes there. They'd have playing cards there. You might be playing poker or sequence or Connect Four or Uno or
Spade.
something like that, right? Spades. And we try to give that experience. We don't want people to just sit out there, eat, and go home. We want them to have an experience, play some games with the family, enjoy the food, get some free beer, and that's just how we do it. Oh, we got TJ working. He
Yep.
told me not to
There's
show that, so we won't show that.
okay, don't
Uh,
show it then.
Look at that. My wife
Oh,
making the
yep.
banana pudding.
Banana pudding, fresh banana pudding getting made there.
Look at that.
Who took all these photos?
Chris.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that.
Me chatting up with a customer, taking orders.
There she is. That girl right there, you guys.
Savannah.
Fire. Fire. If you guys need, well, I can't say you can come grab her because she's taken, but she's good. And I think she's gonna be transitioning, I think, pretty soon to some other
she
positions here.
she's gonna be learning the pits. It's my new junior pit master right there. Got the sausage links cooking, brisket working.
Yeah, the signage and balloons. You can leave all that up, right? It could be
We
grand
left
opening.
up.
It could be grand
It could
opening
be
for the
grand
whole month.
opening every weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. Yeah, no need to take that down.
We got the whole squad.
I'm the
Got the
shortest
whole
guy out
squad
there.
there.
I'm shorter than your
Yeah,
wife.
I know it. I know it. I don't know if you're 5'6", man.
Yeah, yeah, because your wife is 5'5", so I think I'm 5'5".
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man. We had a great time.
yeah, we
Let's see
did.
what else. What else we got in this album? We got the ladies. We got the
Yep,
ladies.
yep.
There's
And
me. Look at that handsome man right there.
there he is at the battle station. Yeah, you guys, it's really interesting. We're sitting on the patio, listening to tunes and just kind of everything's ready and prepped, ready to go. And then boom, the customer drives up. And, no matter what we're doing at the time, it's time to get into position to get these people their food, to get it to them quick, get it to them hot. And that's what they do. A car pulls up and everybody kind of like, okay, yep, they're coming here. Let's get into our battle stations. Hands get washed, gloves get put on, and yeah, they're ready to go. That looks great. That's a great picture.
Yeah, that's a fantastic picture.
Yeah.
And like I said, we had Paul from PRM Barbecue Co. He was there with his 250 on the trailer. That's what you see right there in the front of the building. See my mom back here talking. We had the patio
Hmm.
filled.
It was full.
Greg's got the production. We can see Greg's big old camera over there, got and the speakers and got the production going.
Yeah.
It was a great time, guys.
That
Oh,
helps
there
people.
it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot you had
There,
jalapenos in them.
yep.
I
So
forgot about
for
the
our
jalapenos. Yeah.
lotte, roasting the corn and the jalapenos on an open flame.
Do you know what elote means?
Corn, roasted corn.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
Brisket's working, getting some good bark.
What time did you guys get done with the cook yesterday?
We got done at 6. We got done with the cook at 6 yesterday.
Oh,
It
okay.
was smooth, man. It
So
was
by the
about a
time
12 and a half hour cook. We were right on
so
time.
by the time you got back from dropping me off at the airport, you just about 30 more minutes and that was it, huh?
Yeah, just about. Just about.
TJ didn't mess nothing up while you were gone, huh?
TJ killed it, man. TJ killed it. Kept the fire going.
Good.
Got the brisket sandwiches like you were talking about, getting everything ready.
Yep.
Look at that.
It's a nice picture.
This is what you got to worry about your food costs and your portioning, but this is what I talk about when I say make sure the customer's getting their money's worth. They might complain about your prices when they look at your menu and on the front end, but they have a great experience and they get great food. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. Slicing the brisket, the ribs on the backside. Look at that corn. See, most people when they do their elote, even around here, which I thought was surprising when I was doing market research, they're not roasting it. They're just putting it in the microwave, heating it up, or
Hmm.
putting it in the oven, heating it up, and then they got some mayo and some hot sauce and maybe some tahini, and that's about it. But we try to really bring a culinary experience.
You do.
Tipsy Texan sandwich.
That was good. I had that. I think that put me to sleep.
Yeah, man, great pictures. Shout out to Chris Gibson. We appreciate all the love, the support, the feedback, and obviously the pictures, man. Obviously the pictures. Let's see what we got. Chinook said that chocolate pecan pie looks bomb. Yeah, it's bomb.
It
We
is.
sent TJ home with one so his wife Amy could try
Oh, he got a whole
it.
pie, huh? Okay.
He got a whole pie. That's
Yeah.
right. We didn't want it to be
Um,
all over your suitcase.
yeah, it would have been. So, you ever thought about just doing a regular pecan pie? Because, oh my gosh, that pecan pie was good. Not a fan of chocolate. I would have loved to have
Yeah,
a regular piece of pecan pie.
yeah. The problem is The problem is, hold on, give me one second. Yeah, the problem is everybody in Texas
Um,
has a pecan pie. Everybody has a pecan pie, but I've never seen anybody selling a chocolate pecan pie. And I learned how to make this recipe, gosh, probably 6 or 7 years ago from Chef Cliff out of College Station.
mhm.
And the pie blew me away when I first tried it. And we sold a good amount of them, and I really loved it. I felt it was very unique. And something that is very important in Texas barbecue right now is having unique menu items, whether it be unique sides, unique proteins that you're cooking, as well as desserts. Because in Texas, not everyone has the brisket down, but all the top places have their brisket pretty much down. So you have to have some unique menu items to differentiate yourself from everyone else. So had I just done a pecan pie, it's like, okay, yeah, his pecan pie was good, but so is everybody else's. Everybody else has it. So you have to differentiate yourself, and yeah, you got to have unique items. TJ said the whole pie was included with his membership. There you go.
I
There
got to get on
you
that membership level.
go. But speaking of the memberships, man, the barbecue business coaching membership on the channel. If you guys aren't channel members and you have a barbecue business, you need to sign up for the barbecue business coaching, guys.
Oh yeah, for
It,
sure.
it, it is, it is. I believe it is a very unique offering. I believe it's a very um, reasonable offering as far as price goes. It gives you my personal phone number. It allows you to reach out to me, and we go over a game plan for your barbecue business and really get everything dialed in, from the menu to the pricing to the business model to a location, from P&Ls to recipe books to food costs to everything, anything that you need, any advice that you need, anything you want to talk about. I'm there to be able to help you guys out, and you get it on a one-on-one level. Because yeah, the information I put on YouTube is great, but to be able to individualize it to your specific business, it really requires you to be on that membership level so that I can take a deep dive into your business. And one of the things that came with the membership was allowing you guys to come out to the restaurant and really see the whole process from start to finish, from days before service, prepping, to service, the cleanup, the tear down, the highs, the lows, the problems with the building, and problems with all the issues that come with business ownership that you might not get to see when you're just doing a pop-up. Because a lot of people doing pop-ups like myself had inspirations and aspirations to open up a brick and mortar location, and it's a good opportunity for you guys to get a deep dive and really figure out what that's about. uh,
Mhm.
e- Even in a hot kitchen, right? What are you going to have to do? There's things
Mhm.
you're going to have to deal with, right? And so anybody who's on that level is welcome to come out to my restaurant. Schedule it with me, and I'll run you through the paces and teach you everything that I'm doing and show you how everything works. And I think for the price that we charge that, I think is a killing. There's people putting on brisket classes where you're there for one day doing a brisket class. They charge $700
Oh
to
wow.
teach you how they do their briskets. And we're able to offer that membership at $100 a month, and really come in and change your business for the better and help you make more money. It's really an investment in your barbecue business. So
Let me
go to the
say.
channel, join
Mhm.
the channel,
Mhm.
become a member, and let's take your business to the next level.
Yeah, let me say this. How many people have this membership, business coaching, and are not using it? Hey, Sean can't just make these things happen for you, right? It's one part to get the membership, and we appreciate that. He appreciates that, right? Um, and he's making himself available. He's made himself available for me for the last 3 months, and I think over this time we've developed a great friendship, right? I mean, he needs a friend too. So just here to be a good friend for him at this point now. But like, if you have this membership, I mean, if you're not calling him, if you're not sending him an email, there's nothing that he can do for you. I mean, he appreciates you, you know, being a member, but I think it'd be more beneficial to him. He's going to find more value. You're going to find more value if you reach out to him, send the email, have some questions, start the dialogue, start your friend, start building your relationship with him, so you can grow. It's just like weight loss. Just because you start, juicing, or just because you start taking a pill, like, it's not, there's no pill, there's no shot. It just comes with diet, proper diet, and proper exercise. And that diet is going to be
Like,
calling. Go ahead.
yeah, it's like buying a gym membership, but then never showing up.
You're never showing up. Right. Right. So come on, you guys. You guys got this membership. Let's show up. Let's show up and let's get these biceps. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this see bicep. You see that? You see that growing over time right there in front of your face, Sean? You, you do not want this, my
Come
guy.
on, dog. Come on.
You don't
Hey,
want
I gave
this.
you the opportunity to get the smoke. You
Yeah,
didn't
this
want it. We could
guy,
have put the gloves on while you were here,
this
bro.
guy was
I'm I'm
he stayed at the
250,
kitchen
bro.
the
Come on.
whole time.
I'm 250.
I'm like, man, let's get out of here and get back to the shop. Let's get back to the house and get a workout in. Nah, man, I gotta wait for these briskets
Get
to be
out of
done.
here.
I'm like, oh my
Get
gosh,
out of here.
this
I
guy's
told you
playing.
when we got back. I told you when we got back to the house. We can put the gloves on anytime.
Yeah, no, I'm no fool. This guy is 6'6" and I'm 5'5". He's got an arm span of
Hey,
100 feet.
6'6".
He's got an
Get
arm
out
span
of
of
here.
100 foot arm span. He would just probably just hold me
Can't
back
even
like
fit it in
this.
the frame. Can't even
He would
fit in the frame.
he would just hold me back like this and just get on me with one hand. So nah, I gotta get some reps in and get ready for the next time I come out that way. Probably next weekend. I think we're gonna do this whole grand opening thing again next weekend too.
Shit.
So I have to fly out.
Your wife ain't gonna let you come out. She's not gonna let you come out 2 weekends in a row. You tripping.
Nah, yeah, I'm messing. But what's going on in the comments? What's going on in the chats? What's going on?
Chinook Barbecue said, I'm working on a smoking log. I'll share the PDF for you to use, similar to the book I sent you pictures of. So they make these smoking logs basically where you can log all the information from your cook so that you have an actual history of how the cook went. How long did it take? Did
Oh,
it
okay.
take the amount of time you wanted it to? Did it take longer? Why did it take longer? What was the temperatures in your smoker? What was the temperatures of your brisket? When you pulled them, when you wrapped, all that good stuff. And it's a really good thing to have. Logging your cooks allows you to look back. And if you made an amazing brisket, now you know how to replicate it because you have the information of how you actually got there rather than one week you have a great brisket and then the next week you have a not so good brisket and you have no idea why because you didn't
Hmm.
log the information from the
Hmm.
previous cook. And so yeah, no, that would be very much appreciated. I appreciate that. To be barbecue said that his mother made some chocolate pecan pies. Okay, all right, all right. I'm the first Texas barbecue restaurant, so let them know. TJ said you're 5'2".
This guy.
He said you ain't 5'6", you're 5'2".
Oh my god.
You gonna
I know
defend
some.
yourself? You
Nah,
gonna defend
hey,
yourself?
it's somebody likes it. That's all that matters. As long as they like it, as long as they like it. You guys. I want to take a poll. How many people want Kirby to start doing some brisket loaded fries?
Oh no.
Come on, put that in the comment.
Why did you bring that up?
We need some brisket loaded fries in
You know
Texas,
what?
yo.
I got something for you since you went ahead and said that. I got something. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go here. See, y'all forget. Sometimes people forget. I got evidence. Look, chat. I'm 6'1". My wife, I think she like 5'1", bro. Okay, your head,
Not 5'1", fool.
your shiny bald head is just an inch or two taller than her, my friend.
Your
So
wife is
5'2"
five.
might be accurate.
Your wife is 5'4". Easy.
I don't know. I don't know. But Gray forgets. I got proof. I got photo evidence. Uh, Thomas said Thomas said he could reach across the creek and punch somebody. Facts. Facts. Tailgate 360 LLC said, have to have brisket loaded fries. They turn a great profit in Texas Twinkies. I'm just not into serving fair food, man. I want people to get a plate. Like you, I cut you off, but you were mentioning how I saw a lot of plates. You know, I want to sell plates because I want people to be able to try the whole menu when they come. I don't want people to come and just get a brisket loaded baked potato because they can get that at the Texas rodeo. They can get that at the county fair. They can get that at their big name, big brand, big chain barbecue restaurant. And I don't think it's really anything special. Sure, you get to try the chopped brisket, but you can chop any brisket, throw some tallow in there, throw some fat, get some of the fatty in there, and it's gonna taste good. I want people to try the sliced brisket because that's how you really know if the brisket's good. I want you to try a slice of lean and a slice of fatty. You can get both sides of the brisket and really figure out, okay, does this guy know what he's actually doing? I want you to try the ribs, the two different sausages we have, all the sides, and that's what the plates allow you to do. I don't want people to come away from my barbecue restaurant and say, "Man, that was a great potato." Everybody's got potatoes. McDonald's got potatoes, right? They got fries. I want people, and that's not a shot to anybody. I'm just saying for me, like I want people to be able to experience the full menu and they walk away being blown away. And I just don't think people are going to walk away absolutely mind blown or blown away from getting a brisket baked potato. That's just my opinion. Not
How
right or
many?
wrong. That's
How
just me.
many? How many? You ever had any customers? Tell me the truth. You ever had any customers ask you for baked
Oh yeah, no,
for baked
absolutely.
potatoes?
All the time. It happens all the time. But
So,
what happens is either A, they decide to leave because we don't have a brisket baked potato, and that's not my customer. That's Rudy's customer. That's Dickie's Barbecue's customer. They want that simple cuisine, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. My customer is the one who wants to come in, get a full plate, get a full experience. My customers are barbecue connoisseurs. They're community members who haven't had great barbecue in a long time, and those are my customers. It's not throwing shade on anybody. I don't care if you guys sell loaded baked potatoes. I don't care if you guys sell brisket fries. That's none of my business. My business is my business, and I get to decide what's on the menu, and that's just how it is. That's
that's
just
true.
what it is, you
Just know
know.
when I come back, I'm bringing fries with me. I w- I will be at HEB and I will bring some
Yeah,
fries and some oil and my own pan
and
and we will
uh-huh.
use your brisket
Hey,
and we will do it up
yeah,
and I'll take your business to 4x.
this guy. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to eat some loaded brisket daddy fries at
and
my
go to
restaurant, and then
and
you're
go
going to
to
fall asleep on the patio. That's what you're going to say. That's what's going to happen.
That's what
And
they
my
do.
wife
They
is in the chat. My wife is in the chat, and she said she's 5'1". That's right.
oh
That's right. She said she's 5'1". So that means you are 5'2", just like TJ said.
oh
Once
Miss
again,
Jones.
TJ is right this weekend for the
No
millionth time.
bueno. No
That's
bueno.
right.
All these
That's
months she's
right.
never been on the live stream until now.
She said I have medical
Well,
records to
okay.
prove it. That's right. Brisket Daddy's 5'2". She said sorry, Greg.
That is too much. That
Tailgate
is,
LLC said, think about the kids also. We got to start these kids off young, knowing what real Texas barbecue is. Ain't getting no
everybody is
baked potato.
everybody's agreeing, Sean. I mean, you're saying you want to do what you want to do in your business, but what are the numbers saying that you should do? Fat Man Barbecue said that's the truth. He's saying that's the truth about selling your plates. Don't want people
Yeah,
to get fair food.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because I care about. I would rather somebody walk away and say they didn't have a brisket baked potato than walk away and be like, oh, somebody asked, oh, what did you get? Oh, I got a baked potato. If somebody came and I said, hey, how was that barbecue place? And they said, oh, it was great. I had a baked potato. I'm not gonna be enthusiastic to go try that place. I wanna hear, "Man, I got a big plate. Man, the meat was stacked high on that plate. I got to try brisket, ribs. I got to try all this stuff. Elote, I never even had it. I don't even know what elote is. I got to try this corn. Their beans were a little bit different than I'm used to, but they were good. I want people to have that experience, man. And like I said, it's not right or wrong. It's just your business is your own. Brisket Daddy Barbecue is Brisket Daddy Barbecue. I don't want you to come back from this trip and say, "Oh, I need to start doing things this way because Sean told me to," or "Oh, this is the way Sean did it, so I need to." No, you take what you want to take and you leave the rest. You take the best and you leave the rest. Your brand is different than my brand. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna, I never told you, "Hey, bro, stop selling your brisket fries." I never told you that.
Yeah, yeah,
If that's what you want to do, if that's your brand, then that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. Um, we need there to be differences in barbecue places. There has to be variety, and that's just how I feel. You know, yeah.
got it.
Tailgate 360 says I try to have something for the kids on my menu. Yeah, I mean it's a great business decision. I think most of the kids who come through, we don't get a lot of kids to be honest. You probably noticed that
You
through the
don't.
weekend.
You didn't.
We don't get a lot of kids that come
Only
through.
kids you had were the ones with your family. That was it.
Yeah, we have a little bit of an older population, I would say. Um, and typically the kids, though, they get themselves a chopped brisket sandwich usually, or a turkey sandwich. You know, that's usually what the kids end up ordering. Um, To Be Barbecue said Walmart carries 16 mesh black pepper. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. I'll try that out. Thank
Check
you.
Walmart. I wonder what the price is. I wonder what the pricing is on it. Awesome, awesome. We need some more comments, guys. We need some more comments. We need some more super chats. Let us know, what questions do you have? I showed some really great pictures from the grand opening. Any questions that you guys have, let us know. And if you're interested in a smoker pit, man, go to prmbarbecue.com for more information. Got the little banner running across the screen right now. Um, Man, you want to talk about kind of your interaction with Paul and the PRM barbecue team?
Yeah, Paul's great. Paul, yeah, they do. 16 mesh black pepper, $9 for 4 ounces.
Oh, that's expensive.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that is.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. Wow.
That's crazy.
Um, yeah, Paul from PRM Barbecue is a goat. Um, First off, he makes great smokers. The details, the science behind the airflow, the smoke chambers, uh, the additional custom features. He came out and he spent the whole day with Sean. I would imagine that. I mean, Sean's a great guy to hang around all day long, and he needs friends. So, like, we should all definitely, get out there and hang out with them. But Paul, he came out and he hung out all day. I believe his wife's name was Ruth. Was it Ruth?
Ruthie.
Ruthie. Just a great team. He's always shooting some live streams and some great video content. And he's got these sayings that are just so funny. They're just so catchy. The advice that he was giving to me, because I found myself not posting on the social media as much because I felt like I was overdoing it. I didn't want to be all in, everybody's face. I have, my own personal social media and then my brisket batty barbecue social media. And I would post on both. And I know I have a lot of friends that, excuse my hiccups, that are on both sites. And I just felt like, I didn't want to be like, showing up other people. So I felt like I just kind of would work in secrecy moving forward and then, do my events, do my catering things. But Paul really changed some of the outlook I had on that. One thing he said that today's customer is not tomorrow's customer. Today's viewer is not tomorrow's viewer. So we always have to be selling ourselves. Um, He was in sales. He's a great salesman. He has great product to sell. Anytime, anywhere. Uh, the guy's great. He owns up to his mistake. He was talking to us about how he made a mistake on a customer's order and nobody caught it. He didn't catch it. The sales order was right, but the order that went to the shop was wrong. It was being built online and the customer didn't even notice it that it was being built, incorrectly. And Paul said to him, "Hey, are you going to be okay with this?" And the customer said, "Oh, I'll make it work." He said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm asking you, are you going to be okay with this?" And Paul said, "You know why? Because I'm going to remake it for you." And that was Paul's loss. He took ownership of it. He said it was a $25,000 mistake that he made. In the end, it worked out for him. But for him to make a great product, own up to his mistakes, be there for his customers, deliver on that 90-day turnaround. He put out something today. Waiting 12 months for something to show up is going to limit how soon you can get out there and sell your food. Big shout out to Paul over at PRM Barbecue Co. And I'm gonna start saving my money so I can get on Kirby's barbecue level with my 250.
Yeah, and let's talk about the 250 for a second, man.
It's huge.
Everybody glamorizes and talks about the 500 gallon and the 1,000 gallon, but that 250 man can put out a
It's
good
perfect.
amount of quality protein, quality protein, and I've been more than happy with it since I got it. And to be honest, I probably gave 8 to 10 pit room tours this weekend, and people were just amazed by the quality of the pit, the craftsmanship. They love the gloss black color of the Death Star, man. And it is not, see, here's the deal, and this isn't even
Mhm.
something I thought of, but the pit has not only increased the flavor profile, the consistency, and the quantity of barbecue I can smoke, but it has also become a showpiece, something that people, when they come visit the restaurant, they can come see the pit that actually cooked the food that they had just eaten, that they had just enjoyed. And it truly is it's like having a Ferrari or a Lamborghini in your garage. It's the same thing, but instead of it being parked in your garage at your house, it's there at your restaurant for people to
Right.
look at and because every backyard barbecue enthusiast, including myself, before I got my first professional pit a few weeks ago, wants something like that, but they can't justify the cost at the level that they're at with what they're doing. So it's great. It's great. And I think you were talking about getting it on a trailer too.
Yeah, I would get on the trailer with the Overlander package for sure.
Yeah, that Overlander package was a head turner, a head turner.
Yep. Yep.
Four Queens Barbecues in the chat. He said, "Fellas, what's up? Congrats, Kirby, on your grand opening. God bless you. Thank you so much, Four Queens. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate it." And
Good. Good.
again, I just want to thank Paul for coming out for the grand opening. He didn't have to do that. He already made his money. He didn't have to come out there and help us out and really make the day special. And thank you so much to you, Greg, coming out from Sacramento, taking the time away from your family and your busy schedule to come out, as well as TJ, who's currently making the drive back down to New Orleans
Oh,
to
that's
be
why
with
he's not on. I thought he was
his
just
family.
thought he was just playing hooky or something.
No, no, he's driving. We finished selling so early today
Hmm.
that he said, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna make the drive tonight.
Okay, I
I'm
know
gonna
he
make
took
the
off.
drive tonight." So
I think he took off till Monday or something. So maybe, yeah, he'll drive today and just rest tomorrow, and then I guess get back to it
yeah,
on Tuesday or something, huh?
yeah, he didn't get any naps while he was here. So
he should he should have been working harder like me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You were working so hard you needed the nap.
Oh, goodness. And he needed a nap so he could work harder.
There you go.
If he would have,
Well, guys,
if he
if
would have taken a nap, he would have been on point. Go ahead, Sean.
there you go. Yeah, yeah. Well, guys, if you are not following Brisket Daddy Barbecue on Instagram, go follow him. If you're not following Zoomies Barbecue on Instagram, go follow him. I was very proud of TJ uh, because he actually, you missed it, Greg. Uh, Several people went live this morning from the restaurant, and including Zoomies Barbecue. He went live, and he said he was a little nervous. He was blushing a little bit. He was sweating afterwards because he don't like he's camera shy. But he went live this morning on
Did
his
he?
thing. My dad went
Congratulations,
live.
TJ.
Yep,
Congratulations.
yep, and that was cool
Yeah.
to see him come out of his shell
Yeah,
and do
because
all that
he
thing.
was over there. He was practicing. Yeah. I said, "What you doing, man?" Oh, my wife said I got to get online and go live or something. I don't want to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, no, TJ is coming out of his shell. I think we're going to be seeing a lot. I see you, Paul. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more content from TJ coming up, and I'm excited about it because the sausages he brought were
Fire.
phenomenal. They were damn near close or better than my sausages. I'm not even gonna lie. TJ did his thing on them sausages, man.
Yep.
He killed
Yep.
it.
He
We
did.
got a special guest coming on. We got Paul from PRM Barbecue.
Oh
Paul, what's
my
going on, brother?
goodness.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, hey, we
Hey,
were
there's
just talking about. Go ahead, Greg.
I was like, hey, there's Paul from the PRM barbecue.
Yes, sir. How you doing,
Yeah,
Greg? Made it back
Good,
home
good.
safely?
I made it back home safely, sir. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, man.
we were just talking about if you could see this picture here on the side of the screen here. I don't know if you can see the picture I'm sharing or not,
Yeah,
but
I can.
we were just talking about this. This was the scene on Saturday at the grand opening. I was more than pleased, more than happy with how it went, the turnout. We had a lot of family there, friends. The community came out. You had obviously your smoker out there putting on a great showpiece, and you got to talk about your company and what you were doing. And I was just, man, I was just blown away. When I started this, I never thought I'd have a grand opening look anything like that. So I just
Yeah.
want to say thank you, and we appreciate everything that you're doing, helping us with the business.
No, man. Well, thank you, Sean, for having us out there and just letting us set up. I mean, it was really cool, man, to see like showing up before the doors open.
Hmm.
Then when the doors opened up and you could see the people start trickling in until it was sold out, man. And then what a lot of people I think tend to forget that you guys were doing even after all the food was gone is y'all continued to cook, man, for barbecue service the next day, right? So yeah, that was really cool to be a part of it, man.
Yeah, and we were just talking, and Greg was highlighting how much he enjoyed his conversations with you, not only about the pits, but the business advice, the life advice, and
Yeah.
he was talking to me about how he's getting his money right so he can go ahead and get him an Overlander package. And I thought that was really cool. I thought that was
That's
really
cool,
cool.
man.
He's
Yeah.
got the hat on.
I
He's
see
got
it.
the
Look at
hat
that
on.
PRM hat. Woo, man, that's a sexy hat.
Yeah, man. I was rocking it all the way in the plane. I smelled like smoke on the way home.
Right? People are probably wondering where it was coming from. But it
They
wasn't
were.
wasn't them microwave hamburgers they put in them planes.
No, it was. Yeah. So I had on a shirt and somebody's like, "Oh, who do you?" I said, "Oh yeah, I'm good friends with Paul over at PRM Barbecue Co.
Yeah,
Just came back and whatnot." And so 'cause I had the shirt on and the hat on, so
that's cool. Awesome, man.
I was representing for sure.
Oh, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So Paul, we've been talking about the grand opening all live, man. I
Yeah.
just wanted you to share with the people kind of your experience there in New Caney, Texas, and what was your perception from your point of view, how the day went.
No, man. So obviously, kind of driving that area is very much. like home to me. You know, it's small, it's quaint. You know, you got some main traffic and you got people going through there, and then just kind of setting up and then seeing how y'all are running. I mean, it just I remember as a kid, man, my like one of my first earliest experiences, of eating barbecue. It was this old guy, man. Like I mean, super old. I mean, I don't know if he's still around or not, man. He was pretty old when I was a kid. And I got that barbecue sandwich from him, man, and it was just right there in town. And your place has that feeling like this is the place that if like you're young and kids go there, you're gonna remember like, oh man, this is the place I used to go to as a kid, and that's that vibe that I got with your location. And just kind of seeing the people come through, and everyone was just really nice, man, and kind, even to the point where when you run out of food, which is good, right? You want to sell out. You don't ever want to throw stuff away or take any home. But people were very understanding, and I would hear them. And they say, "Well, I'm just going to get here earlier next time." And then just the way that everything was going, it was all very copacetic. No, man, it was a great experience. I really did enjoy being out there with you guys and just kind of seeing it. It's not often that I mean, we kind of are in our world, right? And when you're cooking your barbecue, you're in your world. And sometimes it's hard to get out of that shop, out of that kitchen, and see other things and experiencing, right? But it's really cool to see that, man. And I really enjoyed just being there and talking to everybody. So yeah, it was a great vibe, man. We had a good time.
Awesome, awesome. I'm actually going to share my screen here. I'm going to let you talk here in a minute because
All
we
right.
do have a question for you, man. Tailgate 360 LLC says, I'm looking to get a rotisserie smoker built. Do you build them?
We haven't really delved into any type of rotisserie style cookers. We tend to run the more basic style with a lot less electronics. Rotisserie smokers are great tools, great equipment to have. They do have their place in the barbecue world. But at this present moment, we really haven't delved into that. Haven't really, and it's not for a lack of not wanting to. It's just mainly what we're focusing on, and really finding the time to find really good quality equipment. So not just yet,
Now,
man. Not just yet, but
now, Paul, you may not do rotisserie smokers, but I've got pulled up on the screen. I'm on your Instagram, and I've
yes, sir.
got a very good looking insulated cabinet cooker that, although not being rotisserie, very close, very close to that, right?
Yeah, so this is a cabinet cooker that we built for Carlos Plasencia. He's out in Giddings, Texas, and he's got a restaurant called El Carbon Tapatío. And he mainly wanted to focus on that direct heat cooking. So this is a fully insulated cabinet, and when I mean fully insulated, it is 360 degrees insulated. The bottom, the back wall, the side walls, the top, the doors are insulated, so the dampers are cut through the doors. Your smokestack's cut through both walls, and then we put that ceramic fiber insulation in there, so it does a tremendous job at holding heat. Doesn't take long to build it up because since it's a direct fire, you're just building right from the bottom, right? So it doesn't take very long to get that coal bed going, and that's what he wanted to cook because he does a lot of like grilled meats, like asados. He does a lot
Mhm,
of chicken, roasted whole chickens, or like where they split them and they splay them out, spatchcock style, or in
mhm,
halves. So that's what he focuses on quite a bit at his restaurant. So he actually ordered two of those, identical like that, and they have four racks in them. But if you were to compare like the size, like the equivalent of how much it can cook, it's got
mhm.
four racks that hold four briskets each. So it has a very small footprint in terms of how big it is, like sitting on the floor. It effectively is two. It'll take two of them will take the place of a 250.
Mhm,
And then each one, you could put about 12 briskets in it, right?
mhm.
But again, it cooks a lot different style. This isn't a convection offset smoker pit. So there's going to be some rotating there because of where the source of your heat is coming from, and how you're doing it. But to give you an idea on capacity size, right, on what you can do, you could put 12 briskets in one unit. So you'll see, Sean's got that picture right there, and it holds those 4 racks. Those right there, that's 48 inches wide across, and then it's about 20 inches deep on those shelves. So you got 4 of those. So very easily to put 4 briskets if you want to. If you really got to throw it down, and let's just say you're going to do a bunch of chopped beef sandwiches, and you don't care about like really showing off a bark when you do your slice. Obviously, you can knock that out real easily. So, but they are a great unit.
Okay. Fantastic, fantastic. And I'm gonna show one or two more pictures here on
Yeah.
your IG that you took from the grand opening here. You got you and El Barrio Cookers from
Yep.
Humble,
Hyman.
Texas.
Yeah.
Jaime. Yep, yep. It was cool meeting him. And then you got you and the Brisket Daddy Barbecue.
Yeah. I forgot to get a picture with TJ, man. I was on my way out. I was like, oh, dude, I forgot to get a picture. TJ, right?
Yeah, maybe he can send me a photo and I can Photoshop him in.
Yeah, put
Uh,
him in there, like peeking across
yeah,
my shoulder or something.
yeah, change up the skin tone a little bit and then make him just a tad bit taller.
There you go. Oh,
I think we lost your audio, Sean. There you go.
Greg, you're wrong. You're wrong for that. He's not here to defend himself. You're wrong for that. The Fat Man Barbecue said, Paul, I love that smoker.
Appreciate it,
53
man.
Craft Barbecue said, what's good, everyone? What's going on, 53? Appreciate you tuning
Hey,
in. Tailgate LLC, he was the one who was asking about the rotisserie. He said he likes that cabinet smoker.
yeah, man, I think it's a really good cooker. Definitely. I mean, there's all kinds of cooking equipment, right? And I always tell everybody, man, every piece of equipment holds, like has its place in a kitchen. It particularly depending on what you're going to do. I mean, you focus on some things. I mean, you got a smoker pit where you're smoking meats, right? But I took a smoker pit today and smoked a bunch of hamburgers this morning for a big group of friends, and I smoked marinated fajitas, which is not typical of putting in a smoker because typically you're going to grill those, right? But you've got some flexibility. If you got heat, you just got to know how to use it. Um, so like on these direct fire cabinet cookers, I mean, definitely a lot of different ways you can cook. I mean, like at the bottom, the on that photo, it's got 2 doors, where you can load your coal on each side. Just depending on how you want, and then you go from there. So yeah, man, it's basically being a pit master, right? Mastering your craft, mastering the equipment that you have, and knowing how to use it, and what's its best purpose.
Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. Well, guys, if you have any more questions from Paul, I don't want to take up too much time on a Sunday evening. Put them in the chat so he can answer those questions. But once again, Paul, I appreciate you coming out, man. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the food and the atmosphere and got a chance to get out of the shop and check out some restaurant operations. And
Yeah, absolutely.
very, very thankful for that, my friend. And
Yeah, man.
I
So,
know a lot of guys on the channel like what you're doing, and hopefully, we're sending some more business your way, and all the blessings in the world for you and your family.
thank you, man. Appreciate it. Well, man, I tell everybody, dude, we just show up every day, brother. If we're having a good day, we show up. We're having a bad day, we show up. So, I mean, we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna get it knocked out.
For sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Well, I don't see any more questions, and like I said, I don't want to take up all your Sunday evening, brother.
You
So,
good? You good?
if you have any final thoughts, any final words, or if you ain't doing nothing, you just want to hang out, that's up to you. But if you have anything you want to share with us, now would be the time, my friend.
Oh man, I mean, I'm a man of many words. I could talk all day, man. Believe me, brother. But man, I'd like to tell everybody and just kind of encourage everyone, man. And I said this, and I share this all the time, but I tell folks, like, if you're looking at getting into the barbecue business, or any business that you want to do, There's a lot of quotes and phrases that I like to use because it motivates you guys, right? It motivated me. It got me going. But I tell people, man, I said, look, motivation gets you going, but discipline will keep you growing. So take that motivation. If you're watching Sean, if you're watching Greg, and you're seeing what they're doing, use that as motivation to get you going, but then really harness that discipline. And that discipline is going to be, you're going to show up even on the days you don't want to. You're going to show up even on the slow days, and you're going to keep on doing it. And that right there will pay dividends in the future, right? I think I was saying when I was at your place yesterday, man, you got to plant seeds, right? You plant them seeds, and those customers, they will come, and you just got to keep on going. You just got to show them, and that's really, man, what I think that really helps. It's not how popular you are. It's not how cool you are. It's not how good your food is, but it's how reliable you are when you show up every day and people see that and they actually see that you're putting commitment into your own business. Then they want to support you. So that's my 2 cents for like to let y'all guys watching and everybody else that wants to do something, whether it be barbecue business, man, or you want to be a CPA, whatever, good for you. But just do it. Just hit it hard, man. That's about it, brother.
Awesome.
Thank you,
And
Paul.
shout out to your wife, Miss Ruthie. She was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Great
She's over
attitude all
next to
day in the sun.
yeah,
I
there's
think,
Rudy.
what's up, Ruthie?
She was like, I said, ma'am, you want me to go ahead and unplug this fan now that we're packing up? She's absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're keeping that on until
not yet.
she said we're keeping it on until the AC in the truck gets on.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Probably you could probably just grab the fan and follow me with it.
Yeah, right up into the car, and then yeah. It's a little hot. It was a little hot, but
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Well,
Paul. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you so much for coming on Saturday and
Yeah.
making it a really just an even better experience with you guys there. And then thank you so much for hopping on for a couple minutes tonight as well.
Absolutely.
I know you're hanging out with the wife, so we're gonna let you get back to it, brother. I know you'll
You
probably
good,
be
man.
hitting hard tomorrow, starting the week. So
Oh yeah.
thank you so much, and we'll be in touch, brother.
And
All
and
right, man.
and,
Sounds good.
and I'll say this as he goes: if you got the skill, but you ain't got the dollar bill, go see a man Paul at PRM Barbecue Co.
There you go, man. Come on with it. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy.
All right.
Peace.
Thanks, brother.
Bye.
Awesome. Always a class act. Always a class act, and just as genuine in person
Yeah,
as on camera.
yeah.
And we
Very,
love to
very
see.
genuine. Yeah. He started talking. I just lit. I woke up.
Yeah, very, very,
I woke
very
up.
inspirational guy.
Greg is napping. This guy, he
Very,
sees
very,
it. He
very
sees it all. I'm still struggling, guys. I'm over here. Yeah, I'm trying to stay awake. I'm no joke. Everybody's inside, all taking their Sunday nap, and yeah,
Yeah.
whew, I am napping. I was letting Paul do his thing.
TJ's had the zingers all weekend, man. I'll tell you what, that man, he might be camera shy, but he ain't shy in person. That's for sure. He gonna
No,
tell you.
that's for sure, right? He's supposed to be driving. He's supposed to be driving, watching the road. How's he looking at my eyes?
Hey man, he got to keep an eye on you, bro. He said I got to keep an eye on that guy.
Oh.
53 Craft Barbecue. He said he's talking to Fat Man. He said growth has been good. I have to find a little something and
A
create
little
great,
hut and create and get.
create a little hut and create a great environment for my regulars and new people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nano's Pie. Good evening, gents. Glad I caught you live. Hope everyone had a blessed and safe week. We did, brother. I know you're slinging pizzas out there, man. Still Smoking Hot Barbecue says, congratulations on your grand opening. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Had a good time. Well, Greg, is there anything else we need to talk about, my friend?
No, I mean we've already settled. I mean, you're not doing brisket fries for the kids. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get my recipe book going so I can Do that. I think another thing that Sean took away this week.
Here we go.
He's he signed
Here we
up
go.
for
What did I take away? Let's
he
hear it.
signed he signed up for a little brisket Barbie Daddy Q
You can't even get
coaching.
it out. You can't even get it out, man.
I can't. I think he's gonna put some stuff on the wall, yeah, for your back of house crew. Since you're gonna start training somebody, you're gonna
Oh yeah.
put you
Oh
some
yeah.
stuff on the wall, start
Yeah.
getting things out of our head, put them on post-it notes, get a board on the wall, some good sayings, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta duplicate yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us pit masters, we keep everything inside, keep all the knowledge, all the information inside, the recipes, all that good stuff. But really, if you want to do this for the long haul, and this weekend was a good reminder, is that you got to have good people around you, and you have to delegate, and you have to transfer knowledge onto other people so that number one, they can help you succeed in your business. So you're not feeling like everything is on you, but also so that they can grow as well. And so that was a good takeaway for the weekend as well. And
Mm-hmm.
I would like to think that this week has reinvigorated Whiskey Daddy. He's going to come out swinging at his next event
Mm-hmm.
and pop up and have a new level, new sense of purpose and confidence as he,
Mm-hmm.
not that he didn't already have it, but just a renewed sense going into his next event.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take it from 5'2" to 6'3".
Resting before the crazy this week, had 3 pop-ups last week, planning my attack. Ooh,
Oof,
oh yeah,
3 pop-ups. That's not events. That's just you going out to the corner, huh? Popping
doing
up and
this
doing the
thing,
pizzas.
doing this thing. But awesome, guys. I think we're going to end it here. It's Sunday night. We both had a long week. Greg's been traveling. I've been cooking and doing my thing. And we appreciate everybody who hopped on the live. If you came in late, go watch the replay. If you're not a member of the channel, I don't know what you're doing. By now, you should know. You got to be a member of the channel. That's how you get all the benefits. And we'll catch you on the next live. Peace.